Hi everyone, it's Jana Oliveira here for oldscraps.com, and I have today the monthly tutorial here for you on Photoshop elements. And today we are going to be using transitions by tailor-made designs, and we are going to use the Grunge Texture Brushes Volume 1 from Coordinate Designs. And this Grunge Texture Brushes comes with a brush, so I'm gonna use the. So I have here a paper that I got started as a base, and then I have these two papers here. So I'm just gonna bring them here to the layout so I can close them. Okay. So I'm going to go to the layer panel here. Let me close this one. And I'm just gonna hide for now these papers, okay? So I have everything loaded there. And I wanted to show here what I did with this picture here. So my regular picture here, I have Photoshop Elements 15. I know if you have 18, you have some more effects. But I just made a copy of the picture, and I went to the effects and I went to vintage, and I chose one of the vintage effects there. And that's what you see there. Okay, I'm gonna just merge them. So we have one effect, so the picture is there, all done. So let's start having some fun here, blending some of these papers. So basically what I'm going to start doing here with these brushes is to create some masking for this paper to create this base of the background. First, we want to go here to the brush settings in Photoshop Elements, and I want to scatter a little bit. And you can take a look here how the brush changes. And I'm going to reduce the spacing. And if you use Photoshop CC, I would also you can add some rotation so we have a seamless turn of the brush when we scatter them. Okay, so just gonna create a new layer, and we're just gonna start brushing here. And if you use a mouse, I'm using Wacom tablet, but if you use a mouse, you just tap. I'm just gonna give a little bit of a brush there just to start giving some dimension here on this texture. And this is all in the same layer. This one I'm not gonna scatter. Let's see what happens there. Just gonna make it bigger. Just want the edges there. And let me rotate the angle here. Now just towards kind of more to the top there. There you go. So now I have this paper here. Let's see what happens with this paper. Then we have this background here. So let's start building more. Now I have this paper here. I'm gonna start a new layer now on top of this paper. Let's get another brush. Let's see what she has here. These are some nice textures. This one should be fun. So let's do that again. Go to brush settings. Let's gather a little bit. Decrease the spacing. Scatter more. And let's put a little bit of fade. Let's see. If we don't like, we can always delete and start over again. Let me just decrease this. So I'm just gonna give a little bit like this, okay? And let me see if there is something else here. This one is way big. Maybe just some more touches there. There you go. And I'm clicking on top of the brushes that I put proposedly, so it creates some, you can see more of the paper. So again, we're gonna create a clipping mask. And now we see that grunge paper there. So now we see the difference from this to then this to then this. Okay, all right. So now I have his picture here, which we're going to bring him. Control clip again. There you go. So basically we're going to do the same thing with my dog picture here. It's way big. Let's make this way small. All right, there you go. Smaller. There we go. So the goal here, we can have some journaling here and some elements here, okay? So right now, let's just hide this, and let's go to the brush again. She has a brush that is more dense, so she has this number 9, and she has this grunge one that is more dense here. So let's just make a test here. Another layer, new layer here, and start just brushing here. So we are basically going to create a mask with this brush, right? So now I want this edges to be more uniform. If you use Photoshop, I would highly put some dynamic as well on this brush, so it's more universal there. Let me put this, maybe this one, texture 7. I don't see rotation here. If you have Photoshop, to go rotation, so I'm gonna do this manually, okay? So in Photoshop you can put rotation, so every time you brush it's going to rotate, so we don't have the same look. We wanted to have different edges, we don't want it to be repetitive, okay? So let me see the size here. So again, I'm just brushing on top of that mask to create some more edges here. It's still a little bit too strong, so I'm just gonna go here with the edge. There, I can create there. Oops, too small. I'm putting a little bit of pressure there. I'm kind of drawing with my tablet, so I'm doing this when I brush, but you can, you can use a mouse and you can try to do the same thing. So I'm just going to expand this a little bit. Okay, so I think this mask is a little too big, so now we're going to, I always forget that we don't need shift here on Photoshop elements. So we have that there. Let's see how it looks now with the picture. We're gonna then clip. There we go. He needs now to come up there. And maybe we can go to the mask here and stretch this mask just a little bit. There you go. Okay, so now you have like a grunge background and with the mask that we created. So I'm now going to put some elements and I'll be back. Okay, so here is how I finalized. I don't usually use a lot of elements. I like that she has already things that have shadow, so it makes it easy for us. So I just put here some of the metal things that she has and heart. And this word art here, I used the style that came on the collab, the last collab that the old scraps have on their birthday party. So I just used the styles that came in the collab. And I use also the styles here that came in the collab on this title here. So very simple. And so my journal is going to be here and this part, and this is how you can blend and give you some grungy text with that patterns if sometimes patterns are overwhelming for you or you don't use patterns as much. That is a great solution to mix and match these brushes and create your own grunge background. So I hope you enjoyed, and in the blog post I would go to the blog post of this tutorial at the Old Scraps blog, because we have all the links, and also we have other layouts from our team, so you can see all the different styles and things you can do with this 2 kits here that I showed today, because everyone has a different style, so you can have extra ideas. All right, so today we use the Grunge Texture Brushes Volume 1 from Courtney Designs, and we use the transitions by Tailor Made Designs at Old Scraps. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time.